Now, one of the things that Suzuki seems to have gotten right back in the early 80s is the torque spread of the motor. They've gotten this down to where you can just pull up to a stop sign almost in very low RPM without all that shuddering that usually goes on highly tuned bikes. It's got a smooth transition into mid-range power. And of course, everybody that's ever ridden one knows you hold that throttle wide open and go through the gears. It's just a lot of fun. So I want to get pre-flighted up here. It's a beautiful day, a little bit hot. We want to get out on the open road and use some of that torque to our advantage. But it is the torque spread of the motor, the power band. That's one of the things that makes this bike such a collector's keeper, collector bike, whatever you want to call it. And I have historic plates on it to boot. Now, I always think, and it's my personal feeling, when you have an engine that has broad-based low-end torque, the bike very quickly gets to be fun to ride. When you have to work around all kind of flat spots and all kind of other little things in the power band, or something that isn't just exactly right, an example is on some bikes that I've ridden, very high performance bikes, as soon as you're in the wrong gear, it's shuddering or it's shaking or it's doing something, vibrating, doing something that you're not really happy with. And this bike is just like an electric motor, and Suzuki got that down just the way I like it anyway. Well, maybe a lot of other people like it too, because there's no need to be in exactly the right gear at exactly the right time, or if you want to pass somebody, you have to go down 6 gears or something. It's got that torque spread. That's why I've nicknamed the bike the King of Torque. It really has, and it's not only the total amount of torque, it's the way it's spread around the power band. So smooth, so nice, so comfortable, and the biggest thing, it makes the bike fun to ride. That's the big thing. I understand if you're in a part of your life where you're concerned with racing, or you're racing street racing or drag racing or whatever, it's all about the power, 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 power. But at some point in time, even at my age, at 80 years old, I want the bike to be fun to ride. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to have a decent seat. I don't want to have an uncomfortable riding position. I want to be able to get out on it and go 3 or 4 hours without having my neck stretched or my wrist or anything. I just want it to be comfortable. And that's what's special about this bike. That's what makes it just a little bit different than other bikes like it. I love the fact you can see the instruments clear as day, analog instruments. So old school, just something that I like about the bike. But there's a lot of things I like about the bike. But in the end, it's about that engine. That engine is always the focal point, the heartbeat of the bike, and it's always why all the drag racers always want that engine if they're going to build up a drag bike. Now, for a lot of people, the biggest attractive feature of this bike is that it's an all-day cruiser. It's super, super comfortable. And it gets further, the fact that it's jetted real lean stock from the factory, gets way better mileage than you think it would. Mine gets sometime mid-40s to a little bit better than that if you're not on the throttle open half of the day. But what makes the bike, it's always the bottom line. You have always a lot of things about the bike. You like the styling, you like the mileage, you like the fact that it's this, that, or the other thing. But always that beautiful low end torque on this bike. It makes every tank of gas a lot of fun to ride, every single one. I've tried a lot of sets of tires, different brands, different sizes, and what I love are the Michelin Commanders. The Michelin Commanders, and I use one size bigger on the back than stock just for clearance. It's not for any other reason, not for appearance, make it look like a chopper. It's made so that I have a little more clearance and when I'm cornering out on the bumpy roads. Over the 43 years I've owned the bike, I've done several modifications. Painting the wheels was a big one, and that's out on the channel, as are all the modifications. Changing the exhaust system, I have 3 different exhaust systems. One that I made with carbon fiber mufflers, and they got a little loud, a little raspy. I had the stock one. I actually have a spare stock one. But then I got the 86 exhaust from Frank's, the late Frank Straub, and that floated my boat. When I put that on, it had just the rumble that I like, and I love the sound it makes when you back off the gas. It has that sound of like an old school motorcycle. And I got overdrive gearing on the bike from Vlad. And no matter where I ride this bike, back roads, bumpy roads, salty roads, roads with wet leaves, this bike with the Michelin Commanders handles way better than you ever would think it would. In my lifetime, I've been blessed to have ridden a lot of bikes. I've owned a lot of bikes. I've ridden a lot of bikes my friends own. I've been able to compare a lot of apples and oranges. But the number one thing always, at this point in my life, now not earlier in life, it's a different thing. But later in life, when you're done with your racing career, it's so nice to have a bike that meets all your needs, and it's very convenient to ride, and it's just that wonderful thing. Like, it's hard to explain to people that are dealing with funky power bands and different flat spots and high RPM stuff. Hard to explain. And because it's a one owner, I've got 43 years of riding this bike, over 80,000 miles, so many great trips, so many great adventures, and it's still fun to ride. Now I know as time goes by, these bikes are getting harder and harder to find in nice shape. Years ago, I invested in a parts bike. I turned it into the West Cooley bike and had a spare set of wheels. It was a great investment having that parts bike. But as time has gone by, I have tried to over-maintain this bike and take care of it like it's it's like one of my children. And the reason is because it is. It really is one of my children. Time to get home. And it's just a great nickname for this bike, the King of Torque, the Torque King. I don't know. Seems to fit the bike pretty well. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have a very, very eclectic channel. One of the new features we have now is some of the videos are grouped into groups that you can access all the videos for one category in one mouse click. And it should be very convenient and very handy. Just check out the feature on the main screen playlist. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and it makes this channel possible with all the things we do, the painting, the wheels, the polishing. And please take a second or two and hit the like button. And thanks everyone for watching.